Good evening. Evening. My name is Alton Franklin. I live at 508 Patterson Drive here in Bloomington, Illinois. Several things on my mind tonight. It seems we're continuing on in an area that still causes me fairly good degree of concern. I continue to see in the agenda where we're bypassing the bid process, no explanations. There's occasionally we'll get, well, this is the state schedule that we can buy from, and we leverage the power of the many, and that's all well and good, but I see other ones that just really I don't understand what the imperative is, that it has to go right now, that we can't establish an RFP process that isn't knee-jerk. It would give us the ability to make a more measured response, to come up with a better way and possibly more efficient way of doing things. I just have real issues with, I just don't want to see it track back into the way that it has been in the past, where we wait and wait and wait and push off and push off and push off until such time as, oh, we need to do this right now. Something goes in and it's not in the best interest of the citizens of our fair city. On another matter, I congratulate Diana Hallman on her nomination by the mayor. I'm still a little bit quizzical. I've never seen Ms. Hallman. I hope she can find her way here. Simply put, I've invested a lot of time. I put a lot of thought and a lot of care into what I have brought to the council, the times I've come up here to public comment, and the times that I've done the one-on-one sessions on the sidebars that we've had. And I really don't understand how anybody could be more closely identified with a citizen of Ward 8 than myself, but I guess maybe that's why I'm not mayor. I really do believe that I will be running, by the way. I've got a press release that's going to be coming out this Thursday where I will be announcing my candidacy. I have not so much, I've never sought any type of political office for any reason of notoriety or any sense of, well, you know, I've done this, this will put me into a certain area in the social circles. I am who I am, and that is a person of service. I spent 10 years in service to our country. I like to believe that the things that I do serve a lot of people on a daily basis with the job that I do. Above and beyond that, I'm a caring and concerned and engaged citizen. I don't believe that there's anybody who's come here very often that could point out in any respect. I may be sometimes a bit abrasive where I feel it's warranted. Sometimes you got to knock the crust off before you can get to the good stuff. All that being said, I, again, feel like we need to have a more measured view of what's going on, and we don't need to talk about what's not. We need to talk about what we're going to do to grow and to progress and to take care of the citizens of our fair city. And last point, both for the regular and consent agendas, I have not received any compensation in monetary or other means for what I have said or the way I feel. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. My comments tonight have absolutely no bearing on Diana whatsoever. I do plan to vote for her appointment, as is the mayor's pleasure, the mayor's request. However, I think it's worth a comment or two. This is an extremely important, it may seem, you know, routine, minor, but it's extremely important in looking at the future of our city and the direction our city is going. And this appointment is extremely important in terms of the discussion on city council, the weight of, you know, varying opinions, and whether in fact we'll actually have varying opinions on the city council, whether the citizens want that. Perhaps they don't. But that's what elections are about. I'm a big fan of elections versus, frankly, appointments. Elections allow you, the people, to choose. Elections are about the consent of the governed. And you are the governed, and in my opinion, humble as it may be, you should select. That's why resignations from council for whatever reason to me are very disappointing, because someone is not, essentially is not honoring their commitment for whatever reason, and it may be a very good reason. Still, it allows the mayor to appoint. Now, when the mayor appoints a member of city council, the advantage, of course, when it comes to elections for the incumbent is rather huge. All of the election specialists, I've heard 20%, I've heard a lot of percentages, but there's a very, very large advantage. So if the citizens of Bloomington are okay with that, so be it. I personally think it takes a lot of analysis to understand what a resignation from city council really means. Having said that, I am going to read a very short email I wrote to Mayor Renner. Again, this has no bearing whatsoever on Diana, who I'm sure is very qualified and a very fine person. But here's what I wrote, and I'm very disappointed that I don't believe the citizens of Bloomington will get to know. Mayor Renner talked about input from Rob Vicini or from Jennifer, whatever. The law talks about advice and consent of the council. Now that brings you in. We are here and are charged with bringing the citizens of Bloomington into the process. And I think that's critically important, and I think, in my opinion, every one of us should voice our own opinions and not just submit an anonymous, secret, if you will, vote. I put mine out there, and I'm going to read it, and with that said, I am going to vote for this appointment. Dear Mayor Renner, this was sent on September 10th. In the interest of transparency, my email is completely available to forward or publish. I would assume all votes from City Council should be discoverable by FOIA. This is city business. If I'm mistaken, please inform me. I'm not sure other council members even sent FOIAs or emails. I have a feeling they didn't. I think our citizens deserve to know our thought process in a decision as important as this one, and I hope you agree. I would like to know what my fellow council members are thinking. This was sent to the mayor and the entire council. In closing, I vote for a citizen who has taken an extraordinary interest in our city and city government. He has spent literally hundreds of hours attending our meetings and speaking to us as frequently as possible, both formally and informally. He knows us, and he knows the issues, and has shown an extraordinary commitment to the improvement of the city of Bloomington. He is a gentleman in the truest sense of the word, a veteran of our country's armed services, a true patriot. His name is Alton Franklin. Thank you.
Thank you. Kevin?
I'll just be real
Alderman.
brief. Again, I want to support what Judy said, and I agree with it. I've known Alton probably 6 or 7 years now. I know him on a professional, a citywide, and personal level. He's very involved, and I don't know Diana, and I would think that someone as involved would have taken certainly a lot of consideration. I hope he did. And I encourage anyone that has the will and the energy that Alton has to be involved civically the way that he is. He's quite a leader, and I think that he has a future at some point here. Thank you very much.